This is where we spark change, ignite hope, and empower you to take control. It's time to rewrite the script. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Rewriting the Script. I'm your host, Sasha, and this is where we spark change, ignite hope, and empower you to take control. And on today's episode, we will be talking about directing your narrative. And we have a special guest today. Her name is Siddy Morgan. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell the people what you do?
Oh, sure. Hi, everyone. I am Siddy Morgan. I am an actress, director, and I am a marketing maven here in the city of Detroit. I market stage plays and films.
Period. So when I met you, your story was like so dope. I'm like, I had to get you on here because I feel like somebody need to hear your story. So we're gonna start off with like, how did you get into directing, and like, what made you motivated to do it? Your past experience into directing.
Ooh, that's a lot of questions. I actually, when I was little, so I am the oldest of five. I feel like I've always been a director. I just didn't know there was a term for what I was doing, if that made sense. Or like just who I was or who I was becoming. But I went to Schultz on 6 Mile, and long story short, you know how they do those little like tests when you're young, and they be like, "Oh, what do you want to be or whatever?"
Yeah.
Or like, "What you gonna be when you grow up?" The only thing that came up on mine, well, that I remember anyway, was like actor, and then it was like broadcast journalist and something else.
Okay.
But actor, the median for how much you made was real low, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably that's not my call. That ain't gonna make me out the hood, okay?
Right.
You feel me? 24,000, you crazy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
That was a lot back then. Back then, that was to
that
them.
wasn't enough for me. I knew it then in the 4th grade.
Right.
Okay?
Period.
Oh no. So then I like rerouted. And my mom wanted me to be like a doctor because I'm really, really good at math and science. And so yeah, it was either be a doctor or a lawyer so I can make my money and then spin the block back for film. But God has other plans. Like when you make plans, he laughs. Because yeah. So anyway, long story short, I went through school, IB program, STEM program is still on top of my class. And then I got to college after, all of those years and just like a lot of trauma and finally being away from home. All of it hit me. Anyway, look, and then Eddie Coleman, he was an actor there. It was a senior. He seen me do a play during like our freshman skits. And he was like, "Have you considered acting?" And I'm like, "Nah, big fella." He like, "You should audition for the program." And I'm like, I don't know about that. Anyway, I auditioned for the program, got in, but when I got in, I was Black and the program was not. And they were telling stories that just didn't resonate with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt even more ostracized. Looking back on it, I had a lot of imposter syndrome. But it was so much because, I'm in this big place. I'm Black. I'm from the city. I don't really sound like it. I don't really fit in with even like people that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was going through a lot. I ended up dropping out. I went home. My parents told me you got to get a job. I planned on going to move to Atlanta, but then I got a job working with GM, doing their social media, and it was getting paid good. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna chill. Got into a relationship. The relationship got a little violent. Life got tough. I had to re-ask myself, like, all right, girl, what do you want? Anyway, I was standing in the mirror crying one night after, my birthday and things got really, really bad. And I just belched for my soul, Lord, if you could just let me act again. And he did. This actually is like my 4-year anniversary of choosing me, June 1st.
Congratulations.
And every time around this year, I feel the weight of my decision to choose me. Like today even was a day, y'all. So anyway, I saw it to say after that, I healed because I got 9 stitches from that situation that happened that night on my birthday. And I healed enough. And I told myself once I'm healed, then I'll leave. And I felt like an oak tree that day when I decided to leave and I left him. And And then my friend Danae, she's a model, Detroit's rock star, period. She calls my friend Brenda. I hadn't talked to Danae in years, y'all, since high school. She calls Brenda because Brenda's my friend now, but she wasn't at the time. She calls Brenda and she like, yeah, my homegirl, she want to direct movies or whatever. Y'all should link up. We linked up. The whole world shut down because it's COVID. Me and 2 other girls are sitting in my dad's basement. Well, my dad and my stepmom's basement. Pouring our lives out about body image, codependency, competition, and y'all. Then we made our first movie. I ain't never made a movie before in my life. Like, what? Y'all, I loved it, but the movie wasn't that good. So I'm like, you know what? It was my first time directing. So I'm like, you know what? Now I got to learn the game. So I just started showing up to film sets. Everybody that I met, I would just keep asking them, can I come to your set? Can I take pictures? Like, one thing led to another. The knowledge that I learned from GM, I put into like marketing movies, creating my own lane to produce because nobody markets movies. I mean, it's literally just me, you know?
Right.
So in the city anyway. And yeah, and then I got on my tour, Beat the Streets, that same summer. Like literally, I asked God for something. I waited on him. I did the work and he showed up. And I've been on tour ever since. I've directed at least a play or a movie every single year since then. And this year we're getting ready to produce my directorial debut. So
Period.
yeah,
That is awesome. That's what's up.
that was a lot. I know.
No, that's fine. You know, I think that's amazing because, you know, you stepped out on faith. You
Yeah.
know, you ain't let that stop you. And, you know, that's growth. That's fire. You know, a lot of people, especially like when it comes to like situations like that, like relationship issues like that, like, you know, domestic, that's hard to move through. So
yeah, it's challenging. And I feel like you start to question your own intuition because there are like when you're in something that's not for you, whether it's a relationship, a career path, there are always little nudges in the back of your spirit, like, no, this,
yep.
or you shouldn't do this, or
Facts.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like everybody else around you may be like, no, you know, this is great. You know, like, why give up a job making X amount of money just to make no money? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To serve God's purpose every time.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, come on.
And what God will do for you, people won't.
Exactly. Oh, that's so
Literally,
good.
God will send people. He will send people along for your journey for sure.
Yes.
But when you're on the wrong path, he won't let that live. Like you're not gonna have peace.
I was about to. Oh, you took the
And
words
that
right
fruit of the
out.
spirit you need, baby.
Yeah.
You need that one.
You're never gonna have peace. It's always gonna be like you're gonna be questioning it all the
Yeah.
time. You're gonna be like, it's gonna be eating you. And
Yeah.
so definitely.
And even the journey of your success, though, I feel like it's still not like easy or simple.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like y'all knew the day that I had today. You'd be like, girl, what is you doing sitting here? And Jesus.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know, because I know that the reason why the devil makes it so hard on me is because he knows that the Job, have you considered? Have you considered? Okay? Because every single time I'm going, hey, y'all hear me right now, y'all. I'm loud, proud. Okay, I'm screaming Jesus' name. Not a lot of people is doing that, especially not in the entertainment industry. Honey, I'm the kingdom plant.
I know that's
okay?
right.
Period. So, yeah, I sound like the saints in your best one. Block that.
No, yeah, for sure. He gonna definitely when he know you got obviously he know what you got, you know, he don't want you to succeed or get to where he could see wherever God trying to take you. So
yeah, because I don't even know, girl.
yeah, yeah, we don't know. He gonna try to stop his plan, but nah, he can't. You know, as long as we don't allow him to stop it, he can't stop it.
I agree.
So
for real.
yeah, I'm glad you made it though.
Me too.
I'm glad you made it.
Me too. I've been sweating my hair out and everything.
It's all right. You
I'm
still look
on
good.
$10,000.
You still look good. All right. So, what are some obstacles that you have faced in the industry being a woman, and how have you overcome
All of
the
them.
obstacles? Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
Ooh,
ahead.
try to catch my breath.
I'm ready.
That's a tough question, child. Shoot. We're gonna go with the most recent one though that I think has inspired me the most. I feel like being a Black woman, okay, being an FOD, first only different, something that Shonda Rhimes talks about often. Um, that's tough. You know, you can feel the spirit in the room. You can feel your ancestors supporting you. You can feel you can feel God's grace. You can feel, it's just like, it literally is like walking into, it feels like when you look back, spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
And I think when I experienced it at first, when I was at Western, I was overwhelmed by it. But it was because I wasn't anchored in God, you know? And that understanding of him sending me places, I didn't have that. So it was just like showing up as just me never felt like enough, if that makes sense.
Right.
But knowing that I am his and that I'm never alone changed it for me. So this year, I became, and I guess I really didn't even know that I was becoming anything. But like, I directed Jackie Robinson Steals Home, a play about Jackie Robinson becoming Jackie Robinson as we know today, which is literally one of the greatest baseball players to ever live and most influential, hands down. He is the only baseball player whose jersey was retired. I learned so much about baseball. I learned so much about being Black. I mean, obviously, I know a lot about being Black, but like, you can never know enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And a wise person knows a wise man knows nothing, period. So I say all of that to say, I directed this play in West Bloomfield, which is predominantly not Black.
Right.
Okay. Most of the teachers there, 90% of them, over 90%, don't look like me. And they definitely don't talk like me, are not from the city, none of that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And yeah, I faced a lot of challenges, man. I did.
Do you feel like they was being biased?
It's not even just them. It was the subject matter of the show too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot on the kids, and I feel like navigating how to as a director, you need your cast to have a like faith in you. Like, they have to have they gotta trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a two-way street for sure, but they also they have to have faith in you. And I was in a Black man's shadow, and it's not even, let's forget the fact that he was a Black man. I was in a man's shadow who I feel they wanted to be the leader of it, and when they found out it was me, which is, being a woman, and let me say this: it's not even just a Black thing though. Like, Black adds a whole another layer to it, right?
Right.
Because of how we are, how we present ourselves, but just on just man, woman, I think in general, people are not used to a Black woman running things.
Ooh,
having
nope.
an opinion,
Yep.
being strong about what she says, non-wavering. And if you know me and worked with me, you know that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm serious and sensitive about my work, right? And I know that we can have excellence, right? But literally, even how we're raising our children right now, we're not raising them to the levels of be excellent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody, but it's not just like, it's not a thing, because it's a double-edged sword, because we want our kids to be themselves, choose things that they want, all these different things. But when you meet somebody who is like, okay, and be excellent, okay, and be disciplined, and this is how this is going to go, or you will be replaced, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But that is the entertainment industry, and I feel like that is what I was preparing my students for, and it was a lot. I am a lot. And I think God placed the opportunity in my face and like in my presence, so that I could choose whether I was going to literally live up and be a lot and just trust my own vision, or was I going to just subside, be small, and hoard my gift. And I just can't do that. And I feel like that made me realize I have to choose to just live in my fullness, because when I try to shrink myself or I try to make myself smaller, things don't go right. And that taught me a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
because
that
we not
situation taught me a
made
lot.
for like
Yeah.
we not made to shrink ourselves. Like we
Yeah.
not made to be small.
Yeah, literally.
And
I
like
am small though.
yeah, right, you small, but you got a lot of power. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And people don't be wanting to tap into that, like tap
Hmm.
into their power and use their voice, and they be afraid.
Yeah. And
You
I look
know.
like a kid. Like I look
Mm-mm.
like one of them, y'all. Like I might be down up today, but
Uh-huh.
like I do not look like I'm your teacher. Like I look like I should, especially when I pull on my little backpack. Like I look like I'm one of y'all, you know? So I'm telling you to stop doing this or to make sure you read this or you read your lines and you know your lines and just
Hmm.
literally the spirit of excellence. And you taking it like, who is that? Who are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah.
And it's like, who am I?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was like a question I had to ask myself. And like no shade to the district or nothing like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
appreciative for the opportunity. We're just talking about what that opportunity also presented and shed light on for me and the challenge that it was for me. And it was literally shine bright,
Right.
period. Diamonds are made in the rough, under pressure. And never again will y'all see me dull in my light. It's just not happening. Like for nobody, not for a soul, you know. And that's literally something Jackie
Yeah.
Robinson taught me is that he was so multifaceted. Literally, Jackie Robinson was in the army. Man, listen, y'all gotta read about Jackie Robinson and his story and everything that he overcame and the time that he overcame and how he literally showed up in various fields, very literally, figuratively, and literally, and did not stop. Literally, not at all. He didn't
Period.
let it stop him. So
Yeah.
that inspired me. I don't. That's not wasn't your question.
That's
It was something I overcame, but just myself, and my doubts, and trying to shrink myself. You know, because
yeah.
you can't shrink yourself as a director. You have to stand on what you said. You
Mm-hmm.
have to lead with a purpose. You know, you have to be intentional. You also, you know, of course, listen to your cast and listen to what your cast and crew needs.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have discernment on how you push it out. Period. And you can't waver to everything. You know what I'm saying? All suggestions are cool, but there's only one director, and you have to take that. You got to just be confident in that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's a
No.
lot because
Yeah.
you want to share, you want to include everybody's thoughts, you want them to. It's you want that, but you still also have to get the show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, nobody else is going to be responsible for it if it goes bad or if it goes good, but you. So you have to keep that in mind. You know?
Right. So have you ever like in a point of this journey of you being a director, actor, have you ever like had your confidence like hit like your
Yes.
confidence hit?
Heck yeah. First of all, I submit like 30 auditions a week.
Mm-mm.
So at least I'm getting at least, you know what I'm saying, 25 no's on a good week. You
Mm.
know, like
And you can't listen to them no's.
no, but
Yeah.
I feel like I eat them for breakfast now.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the first week it was like, ooh, this is tough, you know,
Yeah.
but then another weekend you like, okay, you know what I mean? And then you get that one and you like, all right, now
Right.
listen,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not saying, but it's like all of those no's, they make that yes.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because
Yeah.
now also I'm giving those,
Yeah.
right? Because now it's stuff that I don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, now we do have to be way strategic about the career, our career. We have to be very mindful of the roles that we take because I am going to be one of the biggest movie stars that ever lived.
Period. Clock it.
But the way I choose my roles have to be intentional,
Y'all
right?
heard
It's
it
not
here
just about the
first.
no's that people are giving me, it's the ones that I give out that are intentional too. Because that's going to choose how much y'all pay me, how
Yeah.
much I respect my work, how I showed up. You know, I can't be everywhere. My energy has to be just as valuable as I think it is before y'all think it is. I
Period.
have to know
Ooh,
that.
this
You
is
know what I'm
good.
saying? So it's like,
Yes.
yes, my confidence is hit all the time. I stay rooted in the humbleness of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
but I always have to show up and push for me.
Yeah.
I got to say yes and no and have value with that. And that's not easy.
Yeah, no.
It's not easy.
That's dope though that you can do that because like that's what like in the season that I'm currently in because it's like all new to me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm learning like rejection is okay because
Oh, it's
that's what I was
great.
scared like rejection used to scare me. That was something I was scared of, you know.
Why? Redirection is what rejection
Right.
is.
And that's something
And God's protection.
right. Yeah,
For
no, yeah,
real.
definitely. And that's what has helped me be at peace with it. Like no, it's just God direction. Or even no may just be not right now. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying? Some stuff
sure.
I may not be ready for. He see it, I don't. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I've learned that too. I can't be scared of the no, because there's gonna be somebody who says yes one day,
Yeah.
and that yes is, you know what I'm saying, is gonna be my yes. Somebody gonna take a
Yeah.
chance on me, which a lot of people have, you know what I'm saying, lately.
Yeah.
And it's like it has boosted my confidence in this so much to it's like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
I'm at peace with like, okay, because at first, when I started doing this, I'm like, I would tell Ebony all the time, like, man, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is, what I want to do, or if this is what he's telling me to do. But he would confirm it all the time, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it was just me, like, yeah. Like it's like, even like I had a bad recording session. After that day, I'm like, I want to quit. Like, I don't want to do this. It didn't go well.
Mhm.
And the next day, I took it into the next day, and like, she just put my spirit back up, because she like, you can't. It ain't gonna always be go the way you want it to
For
go.
sure. Long suffering.
Yeah.
I work well in this, but you wouldn't know that if you didn't try.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
see, okay, I ain't good at that, so now I have to pivot.
Yeah.
Well, also long suffering is one of the fruits of the spirit too, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
it is.
saying?
It is. Oh, that's so good. I want to talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
That is so good,
Yes.
because a lot of people don't feel like, they think everything is on. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
decide you're gonna take this walk with God, or take that chance, you know what I'm saying, or say yes to God, they think it's gonna be smooth. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of I feel like a lot of I'm gonna just say it. I feel like a lot of churches, they just preach about blessings. Like, they talk about the blessing part, but I feel like we need to talk more about the suffering part. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this come with long suffering,
Yeah.
literally. Like, this ain't easy. It's not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's something I've learned, is like, okay, God, like I had just posted this like a couple weeks ago, and it was like, um, instead of me praying for him to take me out of it, I just need to be praying for him to take me through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because he ain't never say you never gonna suffer, you know what I'm saying? But it's building me up, it's making me stronger.
Yeah.
So
Well, also, Will Smith's book is the one I'm reading right now. I think that you should always study the people who have come before you, period. And B, especially the ones who are like on the path of what you want. And Will Smith's like thought process about having a goal and achieving it and just doing it, not looking back, and that's pretty much it, is something that I just take note from.
Yeah.
I say all this to say, he talks about how in life, in school, right? There's the lesson and then there's the test. But in life, there is the test, and then you have to decide whether or not you're gonna receive the lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real good.
And it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna keep going through it unless you're like, what did you need to teach me here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, right now you are learning where your validation needs to come from.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've been through that. You trying to seek our validation when it just got to come from you.
Yeah, no, facts. You're right.
It's gonna be a time where like you've made a podcast, a clip done gone viral, and now everybody is telling you what you're not.
Yeah.
But God has already told you who you are.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a season where you just have to get through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not gonna be because other people are validating you, because they're saying yes to you, because you're giving all of these roles. No, it's gonna be because of how you showed up during that season, never gave up.
Yeah.
And how you waited on God, because He will reign victorious every time.
Yes. Ooh,
no matter how long it takes. And you never looked back, period.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You have to turn the TV off, like Kendrick said. You just do.
Yep.
You do. It's got to be just you and him for a minute.
Yeah. I have. Yes. Yeah. No, because period.
I'm telling you, I'm going down as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
it's not up for debate. Like,
period.
It's not up for debate.
And we got to hear first. Are we writing the scripts? Okay.
I don't care what it look like right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Right.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Made it out the basement for
Yeah.
real. Like, seriously, y'all. I have
Yeah.
started over so many times. That quote that be like, I have failed more times than you have tried is facts.
Yeah.
Like, facts. Okay. Like,
And that's dope. That's good
What?
because that you got the power to do that. Because I don't.
he gave me the
exactly,
power.
exactly,
What? The heavyweight champ.
and he give us every day is a new day to start over. If you fall, yeah, we be so quick to give up. Like,
Yeah, we do.
you know, like me, I ain't gonna lie. It's been so many times where I just be like, man, I'm not doing this. Like, no, like I'm not
Me
even
too,
gonna lie.
girl.
Like,
I feel like that today. Like, what is you
Yeah.
talking about? Like,
like I don't want to. You know, my mood was like I was telling her like my mood was so horrible today, like earlier, just from something that happened last night, and it was just like I didn't want to do this today. But it's like, you know, no matter what, he don't never quit on me.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
He's never gonna quit on me, so I can't quit on God. You
No,
know,
you can't.
I can't do it. I can't. You know, regardless of what my feelings is, you know, what my mood is, I still have to push through because it's a cycle. And that's temporary. So we always want to go off a temporary feeling.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When joy comes in the morning.
it does.
So
And
yeah.
discipline.
Yeah.
Today we are
Ooh,
sowing
yeah,
seeds
yep,
for
yep.
who we are tomorrow.
Mhm.
So tomorrow I might be super happy, right?
Yep.
But it's because yesterday I still showed up for me even when I didn't feel like
Yes,
what I felt like
come on.
yesterday
Yes.
or today. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And also time is not linear. So there is literally a higher self than you, a self that's like farther down the line, or even tomorrow, literally, your life can literally change tomorrow.
Facts.
Off of one decision you made today.
Yeah.
So to decide, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna show up for work. Wait, hold on now, because what like you just never know what opportunity was like lying in between your one yes, like one more yes, literally one more yes, one more showing up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like seriously, you can't see the next line, but it's there.
Yep.
It's coming. Like, you know what I mean? Whether you want to take steps towards it or not, you're just slowing yourself down.
Yep.
For real. And then once you get there, you're gonna be like, man, I could have been. Yeah, you could have.
I say it all the time.
I say that
I was supposed to do this. Girl, God put this on my heart a year ago. And I was just, you know, like, no, I was like, I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be vulnerable with this part of my life.
Yeah.
But I had to see it on the pit, you know, the different picture on the other side. And somebody had said one day, like, you could be stopping from you could be Eric. He said that at the very first Just Create thing. He was like, you could be stopping somebody from your healing. Girl, when he said that, that kind of like struck me in the heart, like, that's dang, true. You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then, I was like, I called Ebony, like, look, I want to do this podcast. You already have been saying you wanted to be a producer. I'm like, you want to do this with me? And she was like, yeah, man. Ever since then, we just been
no looking back.
Yeah.
Also, Tyler Perry talks about how like our dreams are attached.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like if you decide, oh, because today you didn't feel good, or you know you weren't feeling your best, or all of this other stuff stopped, you stopping somebody else's dreams.
Yes.
And then their dreams who attach to other people's dreams, and then those dreams attached to other people's dreams. It's not about you.
Yeah, it's not.
Like,
oh,
it's
never.
not about you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And
No.
everything you're going through is really so that when you are talking to somebody else who needs to get through something, you can share what you've been through and how you accomplished it. It's still not about you.
Yep.
Every single time it's not about you.
Yep.
I've never been through anything in my life where I feel like, oh, that was so about me. Like that I went through that because of me. I may have got some healing out of it. I may have learned a lesson through it, but it was literally just so I could reposition it and share it.
Sure, yeah, for sure. Because like, there's somebody out here who's waiting on you. It's somebody. Yes, it's literally somebody out here who needs to hear your story. It's literally also not only that, the work that God is gonna put you through is somebody who needs to hear that and know that. Dang, he saved her. He could save me. You know what I'm saying? He did this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like to give hope and encouragement and a blessing. You know, you could be a blessing to somebody else, literally. And I just be like, dang, God, I went through all this for somebody else, and it's okay. It's cool because I just know what he did in me and what he did for me and what he brought me out of and how hard that was to get through. But it's just like he did that. Yeah. He did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have been able to do it without. I tell you, girl,
And honestly, it's hard though. It's definitely hard to still like show up for yourself and like produce,
Yeah.
because I feel like whenever and especially if it wasn't what people thought of you, you know what I'm saying? Another thing Will Smith was talking about is the characters we create for ourselves, right? It's like on one hand, um roles, right, that I portray on screen, when I think about like how I or how I attack a script,
Mm-hmm.
and just figuring out what is this person's desires and why do they want them, right?
Right.
And like those two questions alone, when you think about them like as who you are for real, like in real life, you have desires and a reason why you want them, right? But I think when you decide like a new why or a new mission, or to accept the fullness of whatever God is asking you to do,
Yeah.
there are always going to be people from behind or your backstory that are like, oh no, you're not that person.
Ooh,
they'll try to humble
come
you.
on,
You know
say
what
it
I'm saying?
again.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yes.
Oh, why you want to do that?
Yes.
You
Yes. Oh my God.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little show.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do them little plays?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And what people got to understand is, like I always say, it ain't their business. It's not. He ain't called them to do it. He called you.
Yes, and God gave me this vision.
Yes.
And that's hard because people would, like I said, they'll still try to pull you to old things, but God will renew you.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
And it's so hard
We in church,
to commit to that renewal. Y'all, it's so hard to commit to that renewal.
Yes, it
This is
is.
the part I didn't tell y'all. And it's hard for me to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because we're talking about it. And because it just needs to be said. Something that's been really, really heavy on my heart. So, I was born into this world with a name. You feel me? And when I accepted my calling for my life, though, God literally changed my name. And that is hard for me all the time because people are constantly, like from before, like, oh, you'll go back. Oh, you'll this. Oh, this will happen. And it's like, y'all don't get it.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I'm at war with myself about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like crazy to people all the time. But it's not about me.
Exactly.
And it's not about y'all.
Exactly.
So respectfully, respect it.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah. Facts. Keep your opinions to yourself.
It's not even that. You can keep your opinions. You know what I'm saying? You can share them, you know, but I'm literally on a mission that's so much bigger than me that, you know, yeah.
Yeah, and as long as it makes sense to you, because it ain't gonna make sense. That's the thing, though, because people and then they're never gonna understand. But it don't matter if it don't have to make sense to them. It don't.
The thing is, also, it's not the first time in the Bible that somebody's name has been changed when God renewed them. Literally, Paul, Saul, like Abraham, like I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. Literally, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like ego is attached to things too that you have to let go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you step into your purpose for God, it's not gonna look like what you thought it was gonna look like.
No.
He's gonna ask you to do things that are way different than what you expected him to be. That your family may not agree with. That your friends that you grew up with may not agree with. That people you love are not going to agree with. They may not get it.
Yeah.
Until they got it. And then by that time, it don't even matter because you're so far off into what God asked you to do that it was like, I remember that you did not have my back. I remember that you did not support me. But because God forgives me every day, I forgive you. But remember that you did that to me. The next time that somebody else is trying to change their life for something God asked them to do and what you did and do something different. That's all I asked you to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Do it differently the next time. Seriously.
No, definitely.
Because when we writing about it in the history books, it's gonna say something different. Amiri Baraka, like y'all, Jamie Foxx, that man's name was Eric. You know, like seriously. And I say all of this to say, God asked you to do something, right? You at war with it with the people that you know what I'm saying, know of you as one person or know of you as something. Cool. Give it to him and watch him show you and reveal to you how many other people who have come before you in the very thing that you are doing that he asked you to do have also accepted their calling full force with no looking back. And what did that do for them? That's what you give it. Just give it to God. He'll show you. Cause he got, like, I'm telling you, you got Carfax. You need some Carfax. I got it. In that
No,
good
for
book.
sure.
Okay.
I actually needed that. I
Yeah.
needed that for sure.
For sure.